And I realized I have an ability to talk to any guy.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of A Millennial Mess. And this week we're talking about dating apps. So today we have our guest Klinsen with us. And he is from But Then How podcast. And he and Jade both share their experiences on dating apps and share some interesting stories and things to expect if you are a newbie on dating apps. I am not on dating apps. Okay? Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this episode. Listen to this one. Give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on our social channels.
A millennial.mess on TikTok and Instagram. A Millennial Mess for Telegram channel as well. Yeah. And also please listen to our full episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else. Yeah. Alright, hi everybody.
Do you like this setup today? We are kind of like making it a bit more chill. Yeah, so we can kind of introduce like Jade has some caption on the very dirty cushion.
Actually, what is it?
I don't know how to get rid of the stains.
Why there stains?
You got wash lah.
Wash lah, but like it's still
What kind of
lor.
stains? I'm very concerned.
Okay, but anyway, right,
Yeah.
this pillow is very apt for this episode. It says let's cuddle.
And you have a cuddly toy.
Yeah, it's my emotional support toy. Yeah,
Yes.
for all the trauma that we're going to discuss a bit later.
Oh my god.
I'm so
Not really
excited.
lah, it's just
Yeah,
Yes,
anyway,
exactly.
we haven't introduced ourselves.
Welcome to another episode of
A Millennial Mess. And today we have a special guest with us.
it's me again, former king of MOE, Klinsen.
Klinsen.
So today, right? He is the king of dating, okay?
King of dating. Woo! Jade here, by the way.
And my name is Deniece.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
today I chose to wear red because of the
Because-
topic we are talking about is.
Dating app.
And I want to preface this by saying I'm the only one that has not been on any dating apps.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to say this because my husband is beside me.
Yeah.
So I have to say it.
Okay.
He didn't even bother
But
to
it's
look
true, it's
over.
true.
Yeah,
I'm not lying.
but then, right, you've been on similar occasions because last time you like to go online and talk to people.
Okay,
It's the
I
same concept.
Yeah,
But I
kind of.
never swiped before lah. So actually I'm very curious to see the interface because I've not seen it before. So will you all be showing me the interface
But then
today?
I deleted everything
Yeah,
Serious ah?
I currently
can-
have no use for
we
it.
can download it lah. I
Yeah.
can download it later lor.
Yeah.
So sidetrack are you able to put like non-binary in terms of your gender?
I think for certain apps
Certain-
can, right?
Yeah, should be able to. I think the more
think
like
Bumble
modern
or
ones,
like-
Bumble, Hinge.
Hinge
But-
Hinge
yeah, but not Tinder.
yeah, Tinder I think not yet.
yeah.
Okay, so
Probably not.
today we're going to discuss like juicy stuff, okay? Because y'all know, right, recently there's this saga. What happened, guys?
Oh, what's the word? Wow, I suddenly can't remember. Okay, so this person created a chat to kind of just like tell people like who are the like F boys and like the not so, right?
Yeah, I think she created a chat with people to
Do you know
kind
about
of-
that, ah?
with a good intention.
Yeah, it was like some sort of basically some sort of like I almost want to say sex offenders registry, but it's a registry, registry of dudes who have done
Bad names is
yeah
it
yeah
like-
they've done something wrong, like some like more morally reprehensible, and then they
But we
wanted to
don't
compile
know,
a list.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
we don't
I
know.
was not in the chat, okay?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when I read the news article, it said that she created it for good intention so that
Mhm.
people using the app know to avoid these people if
Yup.
they don't want similar encounters.
Yes,
But it
right.
blew up because people started to, I think, shame or cancel people.
cancel them.
Yeah, there was no
Okay.
filter and there's no like rubrics, I think, as to how you.
And there's no way to verify any of the claims against
can't.
these guys.
Yeah, so
right?
it's allegations that
Yeah.
with
Right.
no proof.
Correct. So
Yeah.
like it could be like I'm on the app now and go like, oh, I dated Klinsen, and then Klinsen like really he just didn't pay for the bill, and then don't date him if you don't want to.
Everyone splits, by the way. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like this is fictional. I'm not in the chat. Okay, so I don't know. But
This is the character that
Yeah.
Denise came up with.
yeah,
yes.
perhaps like people started to do these kind of things,
Mm.
and then like if you are Klinsen and then you come across this someone screenshot and share to you because your friend is in that chat, right?
Mhm.
How do you feel about it?
Mm.
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, but then she said that. Then it becomes he said, she said. And
Mm.
then like there's no judge to say like who's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, your intentions are good lah, but maybe you share with your friends. Because the public then like is really
You
like
don't have to make
accusations, right?
Correct. You don't have
Yeah.
to make it public to strangers. So
Yeah.
It's like this is a point that I'll probably make on my own podcast, like rather than yours.
Mm.
But it's really about like how this format has like immortalized these points that would otherwise be in a private conversation, right?
Ah.
I mean, you might even text your friend and like send photos or send screenshots or whatever. But then like once you like put it out there, right, and you don't control who like actually
Have
has
access,
input, right?
yeah.
Has input, right? Yeah, then it definitely spirals out of control, lah. And so like I don't think I think there was I think that this list was almost definitely like made in good faith.
Yeah.
But then it's just there's no way to prove who like what's correct. He said, she said, right? Yeah, so
correct.
unfortunately. I would have supported like such an initiative, but like the completely public nature of it is just not viable.
Maybe if it's a close group, is it? I don't
close
know.
group.
I don't know. Invitation only.
Actually, nasi biryani.
Oh my god, that's another one, right? Like
So let's go back to the topic on dating apps. Both of them are on the hot seat for me to ask any questions.
so yeah, I
that
wanted to
can
say that like it's really
ask,
like an interview because me and Klinsen we are like sitting at the same place, right? And then like Deniece is like over there, so it's really like an interview.
But if you analyze the theatre structure, the theatrical structure today, right, I'm actually on a lower level because I love my beanbag and I'm on the beanbag, and the two of them are propped up on higher
ground.
right? So the power structure is I'm actually the smaller one, and they are like bigger in terms of their ego on stage and stuff like
So
that.
There's like a 4-4
funny.
going on there. Like the two of us like are actually like the only subjects, and then she's kind of like this doing this meta commentary like
As a
a la
mama.
Terrace House. She even has a beanbag like they do on Terrace
Oh
House.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, that's
share with us if you have been on dating apps, and if you have any questions for us. Let us know if you like this episode and you want us to do another episode. And at this point of time, please take out your phones to follow us on our social media. Jade will do a shout out and join us on our Telegram chat group.
A millennial.mess on Instagram and TikTok. A millennial mess on Telegram, our channel. Okay, and YouTube, a millennial mess as well. So you can find us there.
Yes, give us lots of likes and do subscribe if you like our content. More to come. Our followers only have 2 jobs. The first job is to like our stuff. The second one is to tell us what you want us to cover. Okay?
And then also for Klinsen as well.
Yeah, the podcast is called But Then How. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. I also have a Telegram channel, so search But Then How, and then look for the dark blue logo. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at BTHPodSG. So that's at BTHPODSG.
Yeah, we
he
didn't
discusses
say about
really
Spotify,
interesting
I
stuff.
forgot.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it's just a millennial mess on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever lah. Yeah. And then right, our Telegram channel is inspired by Klinsen. Yay!
I mean, I saw the idea somewhere else. Then I was like, okay, this is a good way to like kind of like get engagement from a captive audience and like remind your loyal listeners to please listen to the latest episode. We know you haven't listened because we know how many people saw this post.
Yeah. So the second shout out we want to do is for Audix. So Jade's mic and my mic is the Audix i5 and
Mine is i5.
A3. Basically both are Audix mics. So if you want to use it for your recording or for singing, for live performances or to record instruments, it's really good sound. Check out our last few episodes. And
Our last few episodes, Power of Now, Ching's growth mindset. I think it's all the Audix mic. Yeah.
And we are jumping into this whole season of cuffing. And please listen to our
cuffing
episode because this is a second follow-up to our cuffing season. We want to really equip you guys with the tools. If you are roaming the dating apps right now, please do it like morally. Morally.
on the hunt. Like,
roaming.
If you are new to the game, right? So we are talking to Jade and Klinsen about dating apps. So jump right in right now, guys. How was your experience and when do you guys first start on dating apps?
Klinsen, how about you go first?
So I think my first encounter with dating apps was in 2017. So I had just come out of university. So it's like new stage of life, right? And then like I just started working, so it's like I have like a bit of more money to like spend on other things, like so look for a partner lah. Oh my goodness! So I started with like Tinder and Coffee Meets Bagel, Christian Meets Boys.
Oh my god, so funny. Did you say that again?
Christian meets boys.
Christians meet boys.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Is that the joke that people use? How come I don't even know about it?
It really is, yeah. So for the listeners who may not be familiar, and maybe for Deniece, so there are two. I think the two main dating apps that people think of, like number one is Tinder, which is the one everyone knows, right? Yeah, and the second one, which is like the so-called more serious one, the one that has like more profile details and more deliberate and a slower paced dating app.
And filters and stuff.
Yeah, filters. It's called Coffee Meets Bagel.
Yeah, I wanted to say these are the two basic apps.
Yeah, the starter pack, yeah. Yeah. So the thing about Coffee Meets Bagel is, as Jade says, there are filters, right? So there's one thing you can do which is filter for religion. Like self-declared religion, whether you actually go to church or not, it's a totally different thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's for people who want to look for people of the same religion. And that's a good
faith.
app to use, lah. Yeah. I've been on and off. Like everyone has like a phase, right, where they're like on, they're like swiping every day, and they're like talking to a lot of people. Guys, not so much. Like guys, you only have like at most like 2 or 3 people you're talking to at any one time because of the way the algorithm like works and the number of likes you get, right? Yeah, so then you get burnt out, and then you have to like kind of take a break for a few months, and then you're like, I'm never gonna use the dating app again. But then you use it again because the app is designed to be addictive, right? So
yeah, so I just wanted to say, right, this is just like social media, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They name it social dating app. So social like friends app. I don't know, like making friends app. They name it that way. Yeah.
Okay, so Jade, you said that these two are the basic apps, right?
Yeah.
So I assume you've gone beyond the basic level.
Correct.
Yeah, you talk about a bit about your experience.
So you see, right, I started using 2 years before you, I think.
Wow.
2015.
Senpai.
I came out of like a bad breakup also. So my friend just like, you just try and use that for fun, that kind of thing. So when I first started using it, I merely just talked to people. I didn't even meet them. Yeah, then I quit. And then when I went back again, that's when I tried to go out with people lah. Yeah. So, and then same as Klinsen is on and off. The other dating apps that I tried over the years is Bumble.
Yeah, when Jade told me about Bumble, I thought it was an app to meet people and play bumper cars.
Bumper.
You could.
The difference between Bumble is that the girls will make the first move.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do you understand what we're talking about?
No, but I believe all our listeners do, so I will act like I do.
No lah, we will explain it. Cause like for Tinder and Coffee Meets Bagel, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's different also. Cause Tinder, okay, we're talking about the functions, but okay, quickly. Tinder is like you have to swipe, and then both like each other. The conversation will pop up, right?
Okay.
You can talk. Then Coffee Meets Bagel is okay. The girls one is a bit different from the guys, I think. Every noon, like this selected profiles to go through. Yeah. Then if it's like both like, then you'll be connected. Then you'll have the conversation that you can talk lah. Then for Bumble is swiping also. You have to both like each other. Then the girls will have to make the first move. If not, the conversation will expire.
So recap. Tinder is both match, then the conversation pop up.
Yeah.
You don't have to make the first move.
Like once you match, right, then both can take action to message lah.
Anyone lah.
Yeah. So I could like send her an unsolicited Elmo pic.
I thought you were going to say something else, but okay.
Yeah. But
and then
Tinder can send photos already now.
I can. You can. I think it is.
Really,
or is it just GIFs? I'm not sure. Yeah, but
GIFs. I think
GIFs,
Tinder cannot send photos.
so you just send a hairy orangutan picture and ask
Yeah,
them
something
what
like
you
that.
think
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Recapping so that the listeners don't get confused. Okay, so the first one is Tinder. Okay, both match, conversation pop up. Okay, number 2, Coffee Meets Bagel, where
Every noon.
But how do you have to be the first one to initiate?
No. So the thing is, every noon they will send you. Let's say I'm a girl, right?
So you don't swipe.
No, there's no swiping. Okay, but then, besides them sending you the profiles, there's a discover page for you to see, which you need to use beans to like them.
basically you need to pay money to like match more people lah.
Because there's a discover page for you to like. Let's say I'm a girl, I can take the initiative to like the person first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Coffee Meets Bagel, and then the third one we were talking about is Bumble, where if you match, the girls have to make the first move.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So next question: what is your most exciting or horrible experience? I guess either like you found someone. I mean, it doesn't have to work out, but like maybe a interesting conversation or date, or horrible. So it can be either one.
I don't think I had like very actually traumatic experiences on like while meeting people on dating apps, and The thing is, like, probably can't recall most of the conversations I had because if you
Too
think
many already.
yeah. You know, across a period of like many years when you're doing it, right? You I think for me, like maybe I had a good about 30, 40 conversations, and
I
then
thought 30, 40 years.
30, 40 conversations, and then like out of that 30, 40, which I managed to match, which is again for guys is much more difficult.
Yeah, so
why is it
Jade,
more difficult for guys? What's the algorithm? Why did they make it this way? Do you know why?
So there's two things. Like one is because guys they swipe right indiscriminately, right?
Like they just, okay, you're a girl, I'm just gonna just swipe.
Yeah, so that actually kind of lowers your what they call the matchmaking rating. Like gamers will call it MMR lah. Basically, like it kind of lowers your grade lah because you're not a high quality user in that sense. You're not like deliberating into it.
Like you're like just like a robot to just like okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the second one, which is more contentious, and I believe Okcupid actually has data on this.
Oh
So
yeah,
we have
I
not
forgot
talked about
that.
Okcupid.
Yeah, I
so
forgot about that.
backtrack. What is Okcupid?
Sorry, I wanted to say why I never use Okcupid. Okay,
Well, this
and then
is
why I didn't even
Okcupid-
like register in my brain, huh?
So Okcupid is which level? Beginner, intermediate,
Actually,
or
it is
advanced?
also basic, right?
Okay.
Yeah, basically most people will start like either Okcupid or Coffee Meets Bagel.
Or Tinder, right? Like it's
Yeah.
the either or
one of
these
those
three.
three. Yeah, one of these three.
These
Okay,
three.
okay.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
But it's so funny that I really like left it out of my brain deliberately. I think because I think my experience was very traumatic. When I first started using Tinder, I also started using Okcupid, but the experience was so different. It's like Okcupid, right? Okay, that time when I used, right, is you don't have to match, and then anybody can message you. You know.
So you get like bombed with like hundreds of messages every single day.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then
so
that is
it's
when
a
that is
spammy
last
app.
time. I don't know about now.
Now
they
you have to
changed
match.
it.
Now you have to match. Yeah.
Exactly. So last time, right, when it was crazy. Then what kind of messages? What kind of messages I will get, right? Is like they will send you like their whole life story, and then they will tell you, say,
So it's a templated message that they send to all the girls.
yeah. That one is still very mild.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, right. When you're on the apps, right, you will know that you will be subjected to this kind of thing and exposed to it. They are very,
Okay.
very straightforward. They will just say they want certain things, or like, are you into, be something, you know, right? Yeah.
Sesame Street.
And then like they will try to like hint on like very sexual stuff or whatever. So then I was just very traumatic. It's like, huh, what's going on? Then like I used it for like one day. Then I just like deleted it.
yeah.
So are you on Okcupid?
I'm no longer on dating apps.
Oh, yeah, but previously
I
did
tried
you-
it.
Previously,
were
do you
you-
try?
Yeah, I tried it, and so they changed that system probably in like 2018 or something like that. So now you have to match before you can like send your like life story to the girl and hope she actually like likes it or whatever. This does not happen to guys. Like even back then, like when it wasn't the case. So the other factor which I mentioned Okcupid has data on is the way men and women, heterosexual men and women, tend to rate people lah. So
Rate.
yeah, so women are much more strict in a nutshell, right? They tend to like so 80% of women, right, only swipe right on 20% of guys. So they're all gunning for this very, very small market. So the other 80% of men, right, even if you're like the 70th percentile, you're solid like 7.8 out of 10. It's very hard for you to get a match. Yeah. So that's just the way it runs. Yeah. So that with your lowered MMR from your indiscriminate swiping right, it makes you like a very, very like low target. So guys really have to work harder to like differentiate themselves. I mean, that's my perspective lah. I'm not sure like what you
So
see.
the thing is, I feel like for girls, right, like myself, I would go and read the bio lor. Yeah, like pictures, yes, definitely you will look at it.
Yeah.
Like if you see whether they actually put in the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that time, right, I'm one of our mutual friends. I happened to have, don't know who sent me a picture of his profile,
Mm-hmm.
and then he like to post semi nude, like as in
Is he
the
straight?
top half. You
Was
know
I
what-
the one that sent it to you?
Maybe. Yeah, but you know but I don't want to review you ma. So I said a friend.
Oh, sorry.
You know the typical Instagram glam shots where you like you don't wear
Like you
take
go
out
to
a
the
shirt and then you
gym,
post,
right? You go to the
Okay.
gym and you post.
and then you post right at the camera. Then you have your camera in frame and you take a photo. a selfie of yourself, the top half.
Right.
Have you seen other guys' profile before though?
Yes. I mean like so I did this prank thing because I was like trying to get followers for my podcast, right? So I created a Tinder profile for like my
A
podcast.
female.
Wow.
Yeah, female
so
profile on
smart
yeah. So I
lah.
started like to swipe right, but of course I didn't get any engagement there, because people realized, oh shit, it's just
The
a dude trying to
podcast.
fish
As in
for
like
followers.
the photos that you put is like on the web kind lah, like.
Yeah, I mean, so your question about what the photos are, right? So like guys, I'm not sure if it's like a combination of like being insecure or whatever, but the focus is a lot less on the face, to the point where some guys don't even have their face on the profile.
Yeah,
Then
correct.
who will want to
Okay,
So
I have
maybe
a-
mystery.
yeah, it's a mystery. Yeah, so like
Mystery. Yeah, but-
I saw one of my close friends
Mysterious.
on the what you call it,
The app.
on the app, right? Yeah, and then he has this like very very nice like artistic shot, like it's like in the sunset of him doing his hobby. It's like amazing. Like you frame that on a wall, right? But it's like, where is his face?
Face.
Can I do this super like micro rant? Yeah, so like if you
Yeah.
because- so
Janice is like super confused.
micro rant, right? Like so I've used dating apps about in Japan, right? So in Japan, right, like whatever complaints you have about like people not putting their face on the profile picture, like men and women like they don't put their face at all. No? So
Then
it's like
how,
for guys, right, it's like they take a picture of like a bowl of ramen, and then for the girls it's like a picture of like a strawberry shortcake or whatever, right?
wait in Japan?
Yeah, in Japan, I was there for like work and holidays, like quite a bit, yeah.
Sorry. I think what Denise meant was like, how do you get the profiles correct? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's based on location. So you need to
Location.
turn on the location while you're using the app.
Yeah.
So let's say if I go to Japan, then my location will definitely be in Japan. Then all the profiles there we will be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like I really like do yourself a favor, just like skip all the trouble, right? Just put your face there. Like even if like you don't
So they're
find your
shy.
maybe they're shy, but like even if your face is like not that attractive, right? There are people who are fine with it. Like really people are not that like mean. I would like to believe. I would like to
Okay.
believe.
If you find a face
disagrees.
attractive or what is like personal preference, correct? Yeah. So okay.
So we haven't had like any exciting stories yet. Do you all have any to share? Like any matches that worked out?
Okay. Yeah.
Or-
I have. I think I told you before. And I don't know whether you remember. Okay. Because I have maybe like, a few stories that I shared with Denise before. But this particular one, I just hope that like
he's okay.
He don't know. I don't go and see this, okay?
But I
I'm
think I
not
know who
gonna
you're talking
name-
about. Yeah.
I'm not naming anybody, okay? And it's just my
Call him Elmo.
experience. And it's just how I feel. And yeah, okay. Just be objective, okay? Don't come and like cancel me. I'm so scared. Yeah.
But nobody knows lah. Just call the person Elmo.
Yeah. So Elmo, we just matched, okay? And then like hi. Yes, okay. So we just started talking, okay, and stuff like that. Then it just got like super like close in the sense that we just talk and then we'll talk on the phone every night and blah 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 blah. So then because at that point of time, I was just trying to think like, okay, I just don't be so picky. Like everybody say I'm very picky. Okay, so I just try and then talk and stuff like that. So when I finally met up with him, then I realized that he's not exactly what I like physically would really like lah. Okay, but never mind, we can still talk and stuff like that. Then after that, it just got a bit like scary. We only met for the first time. Then we only talked for maybe a week. But we talk every night,
Yeah,
okay?
okay.
Then after that, right, we were just having a conversation, then we were eating, and then I had to go after that. And he's just like, oh, I actually like not talking to anybody already. Like he's just gonna quit the app and everything. So I'm just like,
It's only been a week.
exactly. And then I was just a bit don't know what to say because like I never really experienced this kind of thing before also. And then I just like, yeah, but I am still going to continue using the apps and I'm talking to other people also.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just being very honest lah.
Yeah.
Then he couldn't take it. Like he was like, I can see that he was angry.
Yeah. Well, he tried to pull this like marketing tactic on you. So it's like, I was like, oh, like if you commit to me now, you're getting this a very exclusive offer that no one has. And then
Exactly.
you're like, let me think about it. Then he got angry.
Yeah, he got angry lah. Then I just like at that point I was just like saying, we have to get to know each other more. We only talk to each other for a week. Like, I mean, thank you for being honest and telling me that lah. And then we were supposed to meet a second time, but in my mind I actually didn't really want to do that already. But I mean, it was his birthday, So I thought like I
Oh
had to
no.
be nice
That's
lah.
very high stakes.
Yeah, so I just like, okay, never mind. We just still meet up. Yeah, so, but I think after that, then it kind of changed how I felt towards him. And he also was like maybe a bit more insecure. Yeah, like on certain things that I said, then he like will react and like, oh, why are you saying this? And don't know what. What do you mean by this? Then I just like,
Yeah, it's like
I can understand why some people will feel insecure. If let's say they've been dating like together for 1 year, 2 years, and then like their boyfriend or girlfriend like talking to other people. Of course lah, that you will feel something and then you will want to tell them, right?
Yeah, but I think in general, insecurity is not attractive. As
Okay.
friends and as partners is not lah. I feel like a couple should come together like as two complete people instead of two broken people.
Yeah.
But when I mean complete is you should not depend on the other person for any
For your security.
for security, for emotional support, for like 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 it's just very suffocating for the other person. You
Okay.
should stand on your 2 feet.
Okay,
For
yeah.
girls, for guys. Yeah. That's what I
okay.
mean by complete.
I see. I want to offer this
Okay.
perspective, right,
Yeah.
where like going back to my point where about the guys not getting like as many matches as like one would imagine. So it's like imagine if you were like on a dating app, right? So like for like 2 months, right, there are like no matches. And then suddenly someone matches you and then they text you every night and they call. And so as far as you're concerned, like your dating life, especially if you've never dated before, right?
Right.
You've known this person your entire dating life already, right? And then they say, oh, actually I might still be seeing other people, and you're like, what? How can it be? I'm giving you like my 100%, you know?
Yeah, but please.
Maybe they never.
Wait, I cannot stand this kind of people.
Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
You say first.
No, I think it's preposterous to even expect someone to be exclusive without knowing the person first. Like even as a friend, like every relationship, we talk about this in our relationship episode. Every relationship should be built on friendship. Do you all agree?
Definitely.
And friendship takes time to build. Do you agree? So how do you expect someone to be talking to you for like 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month, 2 months, or even 3-4 months to build that solid friendship that would last you a lifetime? Marriage is no joke, guys. Yeah.
Maybe they're not dating to get married lah. I don't know.
I think most people aren't, at least for younger people
Yeah.
using dating apps. Yeah.
So if there's no end goal in mind,
Okay, so the thing is, right, what you are saying is not it's true also. But I feel like I think what I experienced, right, maybe the guy was just like fixated, like what you said, like they suddenly like no, there's nobody. Then like I experienced this.
yeah, correct. Which
First
is why
time.
my perspective is then people should wake up the idea like
Yeah.
why are they not seeing that relationships are just an offshoot from friendships? Do you date someone whom you're not friends with?
So the thing is like, so what dating apps do? They do like 2 things, right? Number one, they let you kind of like express your personality and your interests and everything, right? So that's kind of like a shortcut, not a full substitute, but a shortcut to establishing like friendships. Like, oh my god, you also like watch this show. Oh my god, you also listen to this band.
Yeah,
Like,
so
but
you short circuit the common interest part lah.
yeah, so it kind of gets you on a high footing quite quickly, right? Like I don't know whether it works or not, but you get to a point where you can have a nice conversation that you wouldn't otherwise have with a complete stranger.
Yeah.
The second thing is it sets expectations. Like you all are there to date. There's no like it's not like in school where it's like, oh, I like him, do they like me? It's like no. The person matched with
The
you, right?
intention is
you
there.
know that
yeah.
you know they like you already. So like I sound very pretentious, like but for guys who are on dating apps, like please do not be like too anxious if a girl is like trying to like they say they might be looking at someone else, because you know that they match with
That's
you,
the
right?
culture of dating apps.
Yeah,
lah.
yeah,
Okay,
you know
so,
that they are interested in you already, so you don't have to go and grip so hard.
Yeah, but we bring this back to normal dating life. It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
You are not exclusive until you declare you're exclusive, isn't it? You don't assume that someone is exclusive.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but then right, you see, right, when you meet someone organically, there is more at stake. Because we are on dating apps, right? Most of the time, right, you have zero connection. Zero.
Yeah.
I would say zero.
0-0.
Really, it's like you would never meet this person, right? Unless you're on the app.
You can say something and take risks and do stuff together, and no one will know, right? Because because no one will be monitoring. None of your friends will be monitoring
And
right?
judging you. They
yeah.
don't know what you're doing actually.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Okay, so how does it link to exclusivity? You
So
said
the
more
thing is, right,
extent,
last time I had the old mindset of like, you know, if I meet somebody that I'm interested in, I would want to date them exclusively.
But
I
you
don't-
would make that you would make
I
it clear
would-
lah.
I would try to make it clear, but most of the time the guys are the ones that say, oh, they are talking to other girls. Then I'm just like, oh. I learned from over the years, I say, okay, I cannot be too serious. Like I need to just get
and
to know
that's
people
cool,
first.
That's okay. But
Yeah.
the point is you need to have the conversation of exclusivity first. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the
It's not
thing is,
assumed.
right, sometimes people choose not to have this conversation because they have this like pending better offer in their mind, right? So it's like okay, they like you, they think you're nice, and you think their personalities can click. But then in their head they're like, but what if there's someone better?
Yeah, so it's cool as well as long as both of you have the same mindset, right? So
I kind
if
of hate that, yeah. But
there's only so much that you can protect yourself from. I think you still have to have the conversation at the end of the day. What if one person is more conservative in their opinion and the point of view, and the other person is a bit more liberal? Who says you cannot have an open relationship? But it's just something that you have to talk about. What?
yes, exactly. Yeah, I think you brought
You
up a good
have
point.
to you have to talk about it. So
Mm.
exclusivity shouldn't be assumed on both parts, and you shouldn't get angry if someone is seeing someone else.
Yeah, and I think one
Has
thing
to
I
be
noticed.
Clear from the start.
Yeah, it has to be clear from the start, right?
Mm.
Yeah. One thing I noticed in my own behavior is like, because I've used dating apps for a couple of years, right? So like my motives changed. So it's like at the start it was like more exploratory. I don't really know, like I don't necessarily need a exclusive relationship like off the bat, and like I'm definitely wasn't aiming for marriage, right? But now it's like, okay, marriage might be on the table. So the way I conduct myself and the way that I give attention to people, right, is very very different. Yeah. So
Yeah, but I
it
think
has to
every
match, right? It has to
relationship, like just now we talk about the end goal, right? So I think every relationship does not have to lead to marriage, and you don't have to go into any dating
Yeah.
you don't have to date for marriage because you don't know whether the person is ready to be your
Suitable.
partner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but shouldn't there be a larger goal than to just date casually? Or maybe let me rephrase that, because I'm not trying to say people shouldn't date casually. I'm trying to say that it should be something that, I mean, I'm assuming I'm talking to people who are looking for a larger goal lah. Like you guys seem pretty serious in like your own what you're looking for lah. That's what I'm assuming. So if there's a larger goal, maybe Klinsen is not. Maybe Klinsen girlfriend now is sweating. Is like, what's Klinsen gonna say? Yeah. But if there's a larger goal, then shouldn't you like have different indicators, or like the things that you look out for also is different? Like when you date. Would you think that way? Or every person that you date, right, it's not a potential, just see how it goes, and then because I have a next question. So my next follow-up question is, what if someone better comes along the way and you have committed to this person exclusively, but you are not looking forward to marriage?
Where?
Okay, I'll tell a story, but you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, the someone better concept, I feel like it's very toxic.
Yeah.
Because like it can be anybody, like they can look better at that point of time. But then when you get to know them, they're actually very shit. And then how? Then you are going to like cut off this maybe like 1-2 year relationship for this person that you barely know for a month.
But if the 1-2 year relationship is not going anywhere,
then it depends lah.
yeah. So that's why I have a follow. That's why I have
Because
that
if it's a
follow-up question.
1-2 year relationship that is actually going well, and then you are distracted, or like you just like, wow, this guy's so hot whatever.
I mean,
then,
you have to know, right? You have to know like whether it's like not going well or you are just like temporarily distracted. And if you cannot tell, right, then you have a problem.
there's something you are you
Yeah,
are the problem.
You're the problem. Yeah. So I had this experience last year where basically I was talking to someone online, and then I was actually texting my now ex who lives in the US.
Got number one or not? Very confusing.
yeah.
Okay, so
Ernie,
Ernie and Bert, right?
Okay, Ernie and Bert.
Ernie
Ernie
right?
and Bert.
Okay, so
Okay.
I had been talking to Bert, and I thought maybe you can get along, right? But then I was having a bit of like doubts, like because there was a bit of miscom in the conversation, and but then at the same time I was talking to Ernie, who is my ex, Ernie, my ex, who lives in the US, and then I felt like the conversation was like perfect, like it was great and everything. So despite the pandemic, right, and us not being able to fly and everything, so I was like, I chose Ernie lah. I chose Ernie because
Oh, so you swap
not swap, but like I mean I was
Switch.
so Ernie was my friend. Ernie was my friend before.
Okay.
And I
But
actually
you guys dated.
I only met her
Okay.
once. Yeah, but we decided to. She might be
Wow,
listening to the podcast right now. but
Wow,
actually, not this
LDR.
podcast. Yeah, it was LDR in COVID. Okay, in 2020.
And you met once only.
Yeah, I met once only. Yeah.
How long were you together?
9 months. 9 months. Yeah. Ernie is like kind of far away, and it's almost hypothetical. Like she might not be real. It's almost fictional because she's far away, right? But then Bert is like this real
Person next to
who's
you.
here,
Yeah.
who can like if I make a request, she can give me
She
things.
can
she
be
give
there
me
for you.
shower attention, like yeah, be there for me, whatever lah. But I decided to take a chance because and Bert had come later. But I decided to take a chance with Ernie, yeah, because I believe like for me and like she was the right person lah. So like the point I wanted to make here is like, okay, in love you have to take risks, right? Then there's no correct answer, but you have to take the risk and you have to live with the consequences. And yeah, not that the consequences are bad and there are punishments, but living with it is part of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. They have completely derailed my question, but I think it's a bigger.
What do you ask?
Anything better offer?
Oh.
Would you advise people to go on the apps if they're looking for somebody?
Okay, if you're in your early 20s, right, like just go for it. Like just try it out. Like don't pay too much attention to it. And
Is there an age restriction?
18 and above.
18 and
Yeah,
above.
so like there are some students in JC who like use dating apps to like meet people or whatever.
I always say like, if you're in school, maybe you should just be in school first. Like,
Yeah.
isn't there more people there? Like so many.
Yeah, that's true, eh.
There's already a
To
lot.
me,
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
true.
like
Yeah.
I feel like people who are actually in unis, even more, what, isn't it? Don't go on dating apps. Like, after that, then you go lah. If
Maybe
really cannot find.
COVID now cannot find. Cannot
Yeah,
go
they
school,
Can't go to
HBL.
school, no CCA.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay lah. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're younger, I mean, like just to break yourself out of your typical bubble, yeah, and your own social networks and see and interact with other people, and then who knows, like you might find someone that you might get along with. You don't necessarily have to get married, but then like you learn from the experiences, yeah. But if you're a bit older, like if you've decided that you want to continue using dating apps, like go ahead. But if not, like please spend time on your like regular hobbies and like,
On yourself.
your family, yeah, on yourself, right? And then like you just meet partners. If you listen to my podcast on episode 18, one of my friends who she met her current partner like through her I won't say it's CCA, but it's just through her Latin dance thing that she has lah. And if you look at her like her appearance and everything, you would assume that she's like full of experience with relationships, but no. So it's like,
What do you mean by
How
that?
can you tell if someone is experienced with relationships?
How does she look like?
Yeah.
very confident, puts makeup, dresses well. Yeah. So and then
Klinsen.
That's me.
Very
Is it-
assertive.
Is that me and Deniece?
Klinsen is very.
Sorry.
want to take my phone and throw at you.
Sorry. Because right,
I don't understand what's
Deniece
going
and,
on.
Deniece and I put makeup.
Yeah.
We also dress up when we want to. We are also confident. So what do you mean? It's us leh.
Yeah, but yeah, so
You
it's
just
an objective
stereotype
matter.
people, eh.
Yeah.
Like OLs, all OLs.
But I mean,
All
you all
OLs
have
look the
experience
same.
in relationships, right?
I think we need to
What's the
define
problem?
the experience. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What's your point? Let's get to your
Kidding
point.
lah. Okay, keep
Point
continue.
is the one person who got through to her and passed by her filters was someone who, managed to have like deep conversation with her because they had opportunities to talk because they shared a common interest, right? Yeah. So I'm not saying that you should go and date like everyone who like does music or like your
Your
Yeah,
interest.
interest or anything. Yeah, but
you don't date your colleagues. Like that's just like a no.
Yeah, for you it's work, right? Yeah, so it's different. But yeah, the organic route, like I mean, it's worked for all our ancestors, like so far. I mean, by definition, but yeah,
Okay, so
So-
you're saying that meet organically if you are older, is it?
yeah. In general, yeah.
Mm.
What about you? What's your opinion?
So I feel like whatever age that you are doesn't really matter. Like if you want to be on dating apps, then you need to know what to expect. Like what he said, like you don't pay too much attention to it. But it's very hard because when you're there, I think, let's say if your personality is like you treat relationships seriously or like you want to get to know people seriously, right? Then that's not really the app for you because it's very hard to find people like you.
Yeah, correct.
It's very hard. Yeah. And I wouldn't say that like the dating apps changed me lah, but maybe because at first I was like very serious until I'm just like, oh my god, then Jade, I'm Jade, right? Yes, I'm Jade. So anyway, yeah, then after that I just like treat it like a platform for me to talk. And I realized I have an ability to talk to any guy.
Oh wow, really?
I feel like because like almost most of the time, if I want to, right, I can sustain the conversation as long as I want.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it kind of dies off because maybe I never reply them, or it's just ghosted or they ghost me. I mean, I get ghosted too. Okay, not that I ghost them all the time. Okay, yeah. So it's like both ways. Yeah, because you said yours is like what, you meet like 5 or 7 people, then you will have like how many dates, right? I forgot, sorry.
It's about like 1 in 10.
Yeah,
one
okay.
in 10 matches, then maybe you get 1 date. Yeah.
Every match that I have and I talk, right, I most likely will meet them. So I can't remember how many guys I met.
Yeah.
Not a good thing, okay, but
very expensive. Yeah.
for them lah, is it? I always want to go Dutch or whatever, but I mean if they are being gentlemen, I wouldn't stop them lah. Okay, yeah, go ahead. But I will go Dutch. It's fine. But my point is that like I feel like being on the dating app, right? What benefited for me is that I feel like I became more confident, and also I can be at I can be, how to say, talking to any kind of person. Yeah, even if the first meetup was awkward or like I feel that he's a bit weird or what, right? I can still talk to them and end the date and then like bye, you know? Yeah. So
so it's generally like personalities, I think. Like whether the dating app suit you, right?
Yeah,
your personality. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think by nature you can make a conversation with anybody.
No lah, not last time
we talked about this in our first few episodes.
You were trained by the dating apps.
I was
guess.
trained lah.
Yeah, but I think in the first few episodes we talked about the differences between us and the first impression, right? So I did mention that when Jade is in a social setting, right, she can don't talk the whole dinner. She's still okay one eh. Like she'll just listen, and then if there's something to contribute, she'll contribute. Yeah, but she's very happy to just listen. Yeah, and she will smile. She will still engage. Like her whole body is present. Like your mind is present also. But she don't have to and she can just fully engage with everybody without being sharing her whole life story.
I wanted to address a point that she brought up was like treating the dating app seriously. Yeah, so at the start, definitely I was much more anxious and I was much more fixated on like getting a good outcome from being on the dating apps, right? But then as time went by, like I started to become more confident. I started to question myself less. Like I didn't think to myself, hey, what's wrong with me? Like and then that let me be more me lah. Right, and then so if I'm more me, right, then people can like freely react the way that they react, and how they react is on them, and it's not really up to me to control, right? Yeah, so I actually saw more success like in the later parts of my dating app adventures.
Yeah, so like any skill you need to train first, then you can get it right. So I think to our younger listeners, right, because we do have kids listening.
Yes.
In future, this is your future. So don't think that it will not happen to you. Don't think that you will not be tempted to use this kind of apps. I hope that this episode kind of gives you an overview, a broad spectrum of what to expect. Like Jade mentioned, what you expect in the app. And if you have questions, ask mommy, ask daddy, or
ask
come
me.
and talk to Auntie Jade about it, Miss Jade about it, okay? Because we do have younger listeners, and this is not to encourage you to go on listening. In fact, you heard what Klinsen said. Spend more time, invest in yourself if you have the time, and invest in your hobbies, because I guess dating apps kind of like maybe is a very time consuming, right?
It is it's a distraction, I would say. And I also just want to continue on what Deniece said like just now, like about like you shouldn't depend on the other person for emotional support or any kind of like security, right? Like, which is very true, because like if you spend time on yourself, like let's say for your studies, for your work, like being keeping healthy and fit, right? Then you will be more confident, more comfortable with yourself, and then you will attract like-minded people like you lah.
Yeah, so we hope that this episode has been informative for you, and we want to thank Klinsen.
Thank you.
But then how podcast
King of
dating. Klinsen so
honored to grace your podcast.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
tuning in. And any last words, guys?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask Deniece, like, okay, I know that you have a husband and a baby, but what if in the scenario that you are single and would you try to use dating apps?
Yeah.
In the scenario, you must think you
In the
have
scenario,
no husband, no
Okay,
kids.
so this will not happen in the future, okay? Because I don't intend to divorce my husband.
No lah, like
either.
it's
Yeah. So
hypothetical.
we are gonna go
Mm.
back into the past, okay?
Yes.
So if I was single and dating apps were very
Was there already?
prevalent,
Yes.
I first need to think when I was single.
I think
When was
right.
the last time I
I
was
think right.
single?
Okay. I say the answer first. I feel like she will be the one that introduced me to it.
Or maybe yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think like
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think because
Experience.
No,
I
she's
think
very
it's a
adventurous lah. I think.
It's a different time.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there was never a need to like.
No,
make more
I know why
friends.
already. Cause she was like never single. She'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, break up, then got another guy. Sorry.
Usually, unfortunately, they tend to overlap. Yeah, and when it is
Even messier,
time
this
to
one,
be
aiyo, yeah.
single, when it's time to be single, I really just want to be single.
Okay.
No wonder she asked the pending better offer question. Because overlap.
Yeah. It tends to overlap. So I've shared also my stories, and my husband is very very aware of all my relationship stories also. Yeah, because I'm very sociable. I don't. It's not a good or bad trait. It's just my personality.
Yeah.
I always like to go out, and I always meet friends of friends. When I'm single and I have time, right, every day I was sharing with my husband before. I said last time I packed my schedule, right, like I got 7 things to do a day, 7 different groups of friends to meet a day.
Yes, I remember that when she
goodness.
told
Yeah,
me.
because I counted before, like
It's painful.
like
As an
until
introvert, yeah.
midnight, right, I still have friends who chill me out. So I drive. So I just go Geylang lor. Like even if I'm in Jurong, I say okay, I'll meet you all at Geylang because Geylang got supper place, what.
Yeah, frog
Yeah,
porridge.
so 2 a.m. go and eat tau hui and beef hor fun. Yeah, so I love that life. Then come back at 4 a.m. 5. If nobody chill me out, then I'll go home. Yeah.
Yeah,
4
more
or
of the
5.
story, you wouldn't have needed a dating app.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Because she can meet organically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think COVID might change.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not super interested in dating apps, but the principle is I like to meet people. So if I was single, I would just go out lor. Yeah, and put myself out there if I was single lah, without kids, like without commitment. Yeah. But yeah, not very exciting answer for you guys.
It's
but
okay.
That's my
It's okay.
answer.
Like I said, she's the pioneer of online dating already. Yeah.
Yeah, you go listen
Pioneer.
to the IRC story.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That was fun. That was really fun and dangerous and stupid. Please don't do that.
You mean your online dating?
Yeah, because I started very, very young.
The IRC. Ayo,
like,
please.
like
Any
don't
kids
do that,
listening
okay?
now, please don't go and create fake profiles, okay? Don't. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've seen before. Have you seen before?
No, what? No.
I saw before. Okay, sorry. This one sidetrack. I saw before somebody like put some like secondary school photo or something. Then I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna report you.
Oh no,
Yeah, then sometimes they're very funny. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm actually a secondary school kid. Like on their profile, I'm just like, yes, I'm reporting you.
yeah, we need to keep the place safe for
Yes.
the right
18 and
age
above,
people.
okay.
Okay, so if you guys like this episode, or if you want to share with us your dating experience,
Yes.
or want to be a guest on our next episode, do let us know. DM
Share
us
with us,
on
tell
our
us.
social media channels. If you like this episode, please share it with someone. Please share it with someone
Yes.
who might benefit from this episode. And we love you all. Always see you on the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ding ding ding, and we're back. Thank you for watching through all the way to the end. We actually have a surprise for you, which is not a surprise. I'm so sorry, it's fake. Yeah, but thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you like this one on dating apps. Tell us whether you like it, hate it, love it, and share it with someone who might benefit from this episode. And also follow us on our social media channels.
A millennial.mess on Instagram and TikTok. A Millennial Mess for our Telegram channel. And also check out our previous episodes. The previous one is the Cuffing Season 1, which is our dating app. Which is our dating series of our podcast. And yeah, we will see you again.
Shout out to But Then How Podcast. Thank Klinsen for being our guest once again. He's our first guest that appeared twice on our podcast.
Yes, breaking records. Again.
All right, yeah, and like what Jade mentioned, listen to our previous episode, which is cuffing season, because we have lots more of love relationship content coming up for you in this cuffing season. So have a nice date, guys. Bye.
Bye.